Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Fit and Lean. If you're new, please hit that like and subscribe button. Folks, I want to apologize for my lack of accountability lately, and I do think I will weigh myself on Saturday. I'll film it, and I think, I think Charlie Kirk would want me to do this. I think he would say, come on, bro, do it anyway because you have to be accountable, and that's how he lived his life. And so I think it would be a disservice actually to him to not weigh myself. And I think that was a poor excuse, and I own that. So I will be weighing myself Saturday. But folks, I will tell you that currently I'm still stuck at 259 pounds. It's sort of a cruel joke, right? I mean, I might as well be 260, right? But here at 259, I regained 4 pounds of weight loss that happened, 3 weeks now ago? 3 weeks ago, I was 255, and I gained back 4 pounds, and I'm stuck there. But the good news is there's wonderful news. I'm broke, y'all, okay? So, yeah, that's the title of this video. Basically, I am broke. My cash flow is low, okay? No cap. So my cash flow just went out the window pretty much. I've done this debt consolidation, which in the long run is going to help, but it won't help in the short run because basically I have limited funds. And today I got my check, y'all, from work, and it was not what I was hoping for. Pretty low. So basically I am broke, and I'm so broke, y'all, that I can't afford a haircut. I can't afford my $40 haircut. I can't afford to do my grooming that I usually do. That's why I look like a big old fat slob. I can't afford my gym membership, which is no contract, but I had to stop earlier this month. And so I don't have that. And basically it comes down, I'm so broke, y'all, that when it comes to food, like I have to think, can I afford to eat today? And my family budget, we have a family budget because I am living with my dad. I'm taking care of him, right? So we have groceries and all that. But my dad, I can't rely on my father for money. And so what it's come down to, folks, is like, I'm actually thinking of going to the food pantry at the local church. Because that's how broke I am. I can't afford any food. But the good news is, folks, weight loss is easy because I can't eat. Basically, there's no food, there's nothing to eat, and I can't go out to eat, and I can't put it on credit because I don't really have any credit cards anymore. I do have like a firm, but I don't want to does it make sense to put a $30 salad on a firm and pay it off in 6 months? No, can't do that. That's how I got into this trouble in the first place. So I am totally broke, y'all, and I guess God is allowing me to go through this as a process of, showing me that really I was not being responsible, And I'm going to be honest, folks. I am, what am I now, 46? Okay, 46. I feel like I'm about 16 in terms of how my maturity level. I am basically a middle-aged teenager. I work at Chick-fil-A. No, I scratched that. A lot of the teenagers at work have more clout than I do. They have savings. They're better at finances than I am. I am terrible with it. And I guess it's because my father, bless his heart, was not able to teach me the value of money, and we grew up in a pretty nice arrangement. I don't like to talk about money because it's very tacky, folks, but let's just say we were comfortable, and then, of course, my father lost his job early. He had to retire very early at the young age of 59 because his company went under, and Bill Clinton, who was president then, put us in the rich tax bracket. So my father lost all his bonuses that he would have gotten from work because of his retirement. He got extra money, but he had to pay it all in taxes, thanks to Bill Clinton. And that was 1994. And so And I was 14 at the time, and my dad said, we better get a scholarship. But then, then I went through this Catholic private school, which was full of Protestants because it's the middle of rural Virginia. You're not going to find any Catholics there. We even had a Jew. But, I'm getting off subject here, folks. Anyway, long story short, I never learned how to manage money well, folks. I never was good at it. I always was the person that think, my father would just give us the credit card and we'd go out and buy groceries and go out to a restaurant or something. And he'd just say, here, take my American Express card. He had good credit. And so my biggest pet peeve was places that don't accept American Express, right? How dare they? But I just never learned the value of money, and I tried to get work. I tried to work as young as I could. I remember being 18 years old, going around trying to get a job, and no one would hire me. This is back in the old days. This is back in 1997, 98, when it was just, the dark ages pretty much, and no one would hire me though. And then I worked at a florist when I was in my early 20s. I worked at a florist for some very, very incredulous Greeks. Okay, they were, well, I wouldn't say incredulous, but they were very, very bossy and just very rude, always screaming at me in Greek. And then I'd be, delivering flowers, and the Greek guy would, Mead, what are you? What are you? You need to go to Gaskins. Whatever they, I can't do a Greek accent, but they talk real funny, And so I quit. And I said, I called them the flower idiots. That was my joke. But then I tried to get other jobs. I just never was any good at it. Because I was meant to be a singer, right, folks? I was supposed to be a country music singer. And, but I did digital marketing with my music, and I did a lot of side projects, a lot of side hustles. But it just didn't bring in enough dough. And when I made these records, I was using my inheritance money. And oh boy, that went out the window fast. $30,000 sounds like a lot of money, but it can go fast. Then I had to get my teeth fixed, and I spent money on that. That was about $6,000. And then just all these things happened, folks, and I just couldn't keep track, And so now I'm broke. I'm a middle-aged man who has no... they're telling me to save for retirement money already. Look, I'm not even thinking about retirement. I won't be able to retire at this rate. I won't be able to retire till I'm 120. I have no retirement savings. I have no 401k. I have no backup really. The only thing I'm doing, folks, is I'm on a debt consolidation program. So I'm getting rid of debt. So within the next few years, I should be debt free, basically. But that's kind of too little, too late. Because what? I'm going to be 50 in 4 years, and then I'm paying utilities in internet and phone. I do pay utilities, so I have some clout there. And then I'm going back to school next year, but it's not going to cut the mustard, and I don't know what else to do. But I am broke, and it is my fault. It is my fault, folks. I take responsibility for it. I stamp. It's my problem. It's my fault. But I just don't understand why this is happening to me. No one told me this. I didn't sign up for this. So I guess all of us have a struggle, right? But being broke will probably help me lose some weight. But I was broke before, and it didn't help me lose weight. So I don't know. Of course, I've never been this poor, folks. The first time in my life I know what it's like to be poor. If only I had experienced poverty young, then I'd be in a much better place today. And it is what it is, folks. But in honor of Charlie Kirk, I will be weighing myself on Saturday, and I think I'm going to go back to my weekly Wednesday weigh-ins. At this rate, I should drop about 20 pounds because I won't be eating anything. I won't be doing anything, folks. I'll just have to be pretty much one meal a day, a couple of eggs maybe. What do poor people eat? Tuna out of the can? I don't know. Beans, eggs. I'll see what I'll have to do. But at this rate, I don't think I can afford anything, and it's just very heartbreaking, folks. But anyway, folks, I will prevail, and I will continue to do the Lord's work in this. So thank you all for watching. Go to my website at meetskeletonsplace.com, and remember, folks, say a prayer for someone special today. Bye bye.